Okay. 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 Need to browse there. Okay. No.
Scagnetti. Well, with a name like Scagnetti, what do you think, bro?
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. Up and then caress it, touch it, stroke it and undress it. I can't
Stop begging
see
your
every
family to tune in.
part, nothing hides in the heart to hurt me. I don't need love, for what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me, for when love's gone, they'll last on. Diamonds are forever, sparkling round my little finger. Unlike men, the diamonds linger. Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for. I don't need love, for what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me,
shoes, all shined up, socks.
All right, Clark, we're live, buddy.
All right, let's get this party started, man.
No, Clark, I mean we're live. Like, let's go. We're live. Like, people see you.
All right. Well, I didn't know that.
I just told you that.
Jerk.
All right.
All right.
Here we
Zach,
go.
Another night with the Clark and Rich on the check-in show, live from wherever the hell we're at. But yeah,
Mr. J said,
good.
Clark, get your shit together early.
Well, tell him I've got my stuff together. We're working it. We're working it. So greetings to the all the listeners out there, and thank you for blessing us with your presence for another episode of the Clark and Big Rich the check-in show.
Yes.
And so let's get this going, man. How's that, Rich? How's your day been going? I mean, we got a big day tomorrow, huh? What's going on?
Big day tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. Well, it was cool. As soon as we finished the morning show, I went to work. I am on my second cup of coffee right now because dealing with Clark for 1 hour before going live is actually tremendous work. I didn't know it was going to be so hard. So,
that's a
I
matter
need
of
my
opinion.
energy. I need my energy.
Now you have Vic Vega concern. Well, let's Vic Vega. You bring up first of all, welcome to the show, Vic. I can tell you that. Actually, I'll leave it to Rich to tell his side of the story. But he decided to move up the. Vic is wondering. He thought the show was starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
All right.
And here we are live, and it's before that. So you want to kind of give the audience a reason why we started early today?
Hey, because here's first of all, let me say salute to Nino Brown, Keenan Kong, Mac J, you get crickets. Drew Scagnetti, if you heard me during the song say, well, with a name like Scagnetti, Clark was asking me, is Drew Scagnetti a fan of the mob stories? And I said, well, with a name like Scagnetti, what do you think? So if you did hear me say your name during the intro song, that's what we were talking about. I wouldn't want you to feel that I was talking any shit about you, because, I don't get down like that. Miss Playful, good evening, beloved Mr. Fugazi. I see, Big Rich, you have Britain's greatest actor, our very own Sean Connery. I believe Sean Connery claimed Scotland, sir, but that's nor here nor there. Vic Vega, I see you. Maya OOF, good evening. HB2N goes, is this the Do I Have Your Permission to Speak show? Clark, do I have your permission to speak, sir?
Well, first and foremost, you don't ever ask me that, okay?
Right,
because you're too busy interrupting me, just like you are now.
Right.
And let's get your facts straight, because first of all, I don't appreciate you tattletelling on me about, the name situation. And then on top of that, I really don't appreciate the fact that you're kicking us off on a negative light.
Right.
I think that you're just, usual vindictive self, and it's annoying. To be honest, it's really annoying.
Okay, I'm going to answer Vic Vega's question. Vic, the reason we started early is because Clark gets tired very quickly, and I just wanted him to be able to go to sleep at the normal time that he does, which around, 8:05? 8:10, Clark? What time do you go to bed?
You know what? We're not going to play into this game, this narrative that you're pulling right now. I don't know why you think it's funny. I don't think it's humorous at all. I think it's actually very juvenile. And I'm not going to play into your games. I'm just not going to do it today.
Okay,
I'm in a good mood. And I'm not going to let you. I'm
Okay.
not going to let you irritate me. I'm not going to let you do it. I already said I wasn't going to do it, and I'm not going to.
Okay, good.
We're not
good
going to
for
do
you.
that.
Okay,
All
so
right, good for you.
a couple of quick questions. Clark, are you now taking over the Monday slot from the sports bar?
Well,
Is this what
first
we're doing? Is this like a hostile takeover of the sports bar? Because we know Melquan is a slacker, calls in at 10:50 at a show that ends at 10:30. We know how he gets down. Is this your official, I'm planting my flag, I am here, sports bar's done? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of no one knew what the sports bar was, or if it was even a show, because it never lifted off. I mean, let's be honest here. The content and the commitment from the creator wasn't there, and therefore, obviously, in talking to me, we've been talking about this a long time. You talked to my people. I've been talking to your people.
That's right. Our
And
peoples are talking to peoples.
Yeah, and you wanted to make this go, and we're making it a go. At this point, there's only the haves and the have-nots, and MQ, unfortunately, Liquor Man, MQ,
That's right.
just really didn't have it together. And listen, I have no problem filling that void. I mean, this is a show about everything with a bunch of people that, hey, are interested in what we got to talk about, and we're looking forward to having you here.
All right,
And
is Mel Kwan allowed to be on your show? Because I know there was this morning during the talk show, during the morning show, there was like, yeah, you got to get your Wi-Fi together. You're coming in. We can't hear nothing because of you. Your
well, I'm going to be honest.
The right
I
direction.
think. Let's be honest here. Let's talk about what you said about the situation. You felt that it was a distraction, and you also felt that we should have an organized playing playlist of different topics that we would discuss. And so when MQ came on and Mel Kwan, also otherwise known as Liquor Man, showed up on the scene, he was basically in a stupor again, and so we had issues with really the actual feel of the show and the also the keeping on top.
Well, all right.
So that's what I have to say about that.
Anita, see, I told, I said this to Clark before. Clark goes, hey, man, I think it's cool that they think we look alike. And I said the only reason why they think we look alike is because we're both brown and overweight. So that's not cool. So when Anita goes twins, Anita, far from it. So, you can keep your little sarcastic twin comment to yourself.
And I see that the 0232005 troll that you hired, Rich, is back in the the chat room. I wonder how much you're paying him or her to be the resident troll under the bridge today.
He just came in and he said right off the bat, he said, Clark, you're boring, and it's just something you're gonna have to do.
Well, that's a matter of opinion. That's strictly a matter of opinion. And frankly, Mr. 232005.
I mean, he's early, bro. This is someone that you said. I swear to God, before the show, we're waiting 10 minutes because Clark has to send alerts to everybody he knows.
Well, come on. Like, first and foremost, just because I have a passion for promoting the show, you don't have to do. See, this is the problem I have with you, Rich, and hear me out for a second. I mean, because this is what it really irritates me about you.
Okay.
Is that you? First of all, you interrupt me constantly, and you never. And this is the reason why. If anyone was concerned about or was questioning why I have to ask permission, I'm asking permission because really, it's really using psychology on you because you continue to interrupt host, guest, whomever you invite to the show. You interrupt them just like you're doing now. Just like you're doing now. You're interrupting me just like you're doing now.
Right.
Did you forget when we agreed that it would be Clark and Rich on the check-in? I would get top billing, and therefore I would be able to talk first. You continue to breach that contract.
That's right. Okay, listen very carefully, Clark.
Thank you, Pink Sugar. Appreciate it.
First of all, you don't call her Pink Sugar. It's Anita. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Pink
All right.
Sugar.
Oh, I didn't know.
You don't even know her like that. Thank you, Pink Sugar. Like we're friends. All of a sudden. Now.
All right. Well, whatever.
Now. Thank you, Pink Sugar. And you heard the way he said that with a little twang.
Rich, do I have your permission to answer your question? Rich, do I have your permission? No, do I have your permission to answer your question?
I gotta say one thing though. 0232005 says he finds you irritating.
Well, the reason he finds me irritating is he's jealous. He's jealous because you're jealous, and therefore you have to do everything in your power to embarrass me, and that is what's happening today. That's what's happening now. No, it continues to. You control the narrative with this show. You consistently interrupt.
I noticed this Mac J. Clark collaboration behind.
Well, listen, Mac J. I appreciate because he's being honest. No, it's listen, Rich. You can broop broop all you want, but I have one thing to say to you. Meh,
There you
meh,
Jesus.
meh.
All
right?
You sound like a car that's dying.
Well,
Engine
whatever, man.
That's on its
Listen,
way out.
Meh. You can just sheep along, okay? Because I don't want to hear it right now. I'm tired of it.
Did I say hello to Miss Playful? Hey, beloved. How's everything? Good evening.
It's just
Good
it's
evening.
just irritating. But listen. I just want to say
Yeah.
this
Catch
is
your
not.
breath.
Listen,
Catch your breath. Catch your breath.
I
Breathe
am.
easy.
I am
Breathe
breathing.
easy.
Thank you. All right.
Breathe.
I'm,
Thank
Yep.
you.
all
You're
right. No
welcome.
problem. Hey, Rich, do I
Go
have your
ahead.
permission to speak?
Please.
So, other than that, let's just dive right in.
Let's go.
Because you're making my freaking blood pressure freaking boil, and I don't want to hear it
I told you you're getting
anymore.
that work. I told you you're getting that work tonight.
Well, you're just ridiculous, and the audience knows that. They even oh well, I appreciate this. First of all, everybody knows that without me, there's no you in this show. In this show, without Clark.
Touche, you stole my line. Touche. There is no me.
So
without
there you
you,
go,
Clark.
there you go,
is
there
no
you go.
me.
Anyway, all right, so
let's
let's get to it. All right, so let's talk about Sean Connery, dead at 90.
Yes.
James Bond, one of the most iconic actors in the world.
Yeah.
Obviously rose to fame with being the first Bond. He died peacefully in his sleep, Rich. And let me tell you, I heard you earlier saying he died. He had dementia, but he actually didn't.
No.
If you, I did some research, and my sources in Hollywood were telling me that he was gardening. He was chilling by the beach in the Bahamas, and he died peacefully.
I was reading an article out of People magazine which stated that he had dementia and that he was losing his mind before he passed
Well,
away.
I can tell you that is inaccurate. He was 90 years old, and let me tell you something. If you're 90 years old, the engine's not going to be running as well as it did when you were in your youth.
Check. Hold on. Vic Vega said, Rich, turn my mic up. Is my mic low?
I mean, you sound fine to me.
No, you're not important, sir.
Or whatever, man.
It's the audience. Those are the true VIPs.
All right. Well, just let me know because I think you're ruining the flow. But that's
No,
your way
Vic
of.
Vega goes, Rick, turn your mic up. I want to make sure that everybody
All
can
right.
hear.
Well, do
it.
you
That's
have
all.
to make a spectacle about it?
I'm not making a spectacle.
All right,
about
well,
it. I
let's
wanna
move
ask
forward.
Vic Vega or other people listening, is my mic correct? That's
All right,
it.
no problem. Let me know when you're finished. We're waiting. The audience is
sir.
waiting.
Thank you, sir.
The audience is running for the hills, waiting for you to just let us know when you're ready. Let us know when you're ready, Rich. Okay? Just let us know when you're ready.
All right.
Just whenever you're ready, please.
I'm
just let
waiting
us know.
I'm waiting for somebody to chime in. That's it.
Okay.
waiting
Well,
for
I'm gonna
somebody to
chime.
chime
Can
in.
I chime in? Can I
Go ahead,
chime
buddy.
in?
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so let's get going again. See, you always do this. You freaking irritate me. All right, so let me start off by saying, continuing what I was saying. He died peacefully in his sleep. I was sharing a story earlier about how Sean Connery controversially was doing an interview with Barbara Walters, and in the interview, Barbara Walters put him on the spot and said that in his early days as Bond, during an interview, he said that, and of course I do not agree with this whatsoever. I think it's completely misogynistic and completely inappropriate. But obviously he comes from a different time and obviously his way of thinking. But he said that a woman could use a good slap with the open hand when they get out of line.
Okay.
And so Rich,
Well,
the follow-up.
here's the
Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead. Interrupt me. Go ahead.
Well, you're saying something. I'm saying that he comes from a time when men were allowed to slap a woman in the face if they got out of hand.
So back in the caveman days.
No, not back. I'm going to say what? It's 2020. I would say back in the 50s and 60s, I think a man was allowed to slap his wife.
Which
if
is
she
disgusting.
Not allowed me. I'm saying he could do it without repercussion of the law and stuff like that. You understand?
Right.
It was common
Well,
practice.
in this instance, and I'm glad you brought that point up,
Yeah.
is Barbara Walters put him on the spot, and she goes, "Do you regret saying that?" And he goes, "Barbara, I don't regret it at all." And he said,
That's such a horrible accent. I just have to. Okay, go ahead.
"Well, I would. Okay, if it's a horrible accent, you do better."
Well,
ahead.
I'll do it a little.
Everybody,
bit.
no. Everybody This is my version of Sean Connery responding to Barbara Walters. I don't, Barbara, I don't regret it at all, Barbara. Sometimes a good slap. Sometimes women, what they do is they argue with you. This is a quote from Sean Connery, and he's saying sometimes they argue and then they want to win the fight, and you let them win the fight, and they continue on. And at that point, I feel like a good slap in the face with an open hand, of course, is appropriate. Now, Barbara Walters at this point was shocked by that. But now let me hear your version of it, Rich.
I'd rather not right now, Clark.
You know why you'd rather not? Let me explain why. You know why you'd rather not? Because you can't, Rich. You can't. You can't do it. You have absolutely no skill at doing it. You absolutely do your Sean Connery. Everybody is a coward. He is the king of cowardness when it comes to a challenge. I challenge you, sir. I challenge you. I challenge you to be your best impersonation of Sean Connery.
I can't because now you ruined it. I can't.
Why did I ruin it?
You're Sean Connery.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he sounds like Austin Powers. That's who you sound like.
No, I did not. I said Barbara.
Rich version of Connery sucks. Hell no.
Well, let me hear you say it.
I was trying to do it this morning for Lila, and Lila was laughing her ass off. I'm like,
thank you, HB2N. You did say you have a worse impersonation. I agree.
Say that again.
HB2N said that Rich has the worst impersonation of Sean Connery.
Oh, okay. I hear you. All right. Anyway.
Yep. So go ahead, Rich.
I was trying to do it, but it's okay, Clark. You win, buddy. You got it.
No, it's not that I win. You were. Listen, you refused the challenge. You refused the challenge. You refused it, and I win.
All right.
And it goes to show you that
listen.
am the star of the show. That's it.
It's Bond.
All right.
James Bond.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
now.
come on.
Penny.
Come on.
Come on. Money Penny.
Shaken,
whatever.
Shaken, not stirred.
Whatever, man.
I really feel like I can. I really feel like I sound. You definitely don't sound like Sean Connery,
whatever, man. That's neither here nor there. All right. Well, let's move on, man. Can we move on, please? Can we move on?
Like to
all right. So, all right. Are you done, Rich? Are you done? Can we move on, please? Can we please move on?
Go ahead.
Let's go on to our next topic.
Let's go.
Okay,
what's our next topic?
All right. So you tell me. I mean, you had it all written down and ready to go.
No, I had nothing written down, sir. I just told you. I sent you every article I found that was worth talking to.
All right. Well, listen. I would like to know in the room who has ever been watching the show Fargo. What did you think of the latest episode that came out last night? Once again, a powerhouse performance by several actors, but obviously the main actor of it is, that I told Rich he deserved an Emmy is Chris Rock. It's Chris Rock. It's Chris Rock. And so whoever saw the show yesterday, there's a scene where Chris Rock we're going into spoiler territory. You got the giggles today, man.
No, you know what? Because I honestly feel like
what is wrong with you, man?
I honestly
be professional, bro.
I honestly
be
feel
professional,
like I
man.
sound like Sean Connery.
You're ridiculous, bro. Come on now. We're trying to conduct a show here, man. Be real here.
Keenan Kong says that was Liam Nelson. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck.
I
sound like Sean Connery to me. You know what I'm saying?
You do not sound like Sean Connery.
You don't sound. You definitely
I sound
don't
like
Sean
Money Penny.
Money Penny. You sound like Frankenstein.
Well, whatever. Anyway, can I finish my thought here, Rich? Do I have your permission to finish my thought? Do I have your permission?
Amisa sounds like
all right,
Sean
so Chris Rock.
Connery.
Listen, you're not Jar Jar Binks either. So listen, you watched the show Fargo yesterday. What was your thought on that scene? How did you think Chris Rock's performance was in Fargo? Last episode was yesterday night. What did you think?
I thought it was a good performance.
All right, and
good performance. Not great.
Emmy award winning.
Worthy. Absolutely not. He looked like he was gonna fall over while whipping that dude. Nah, man, it's just.
Well, I think
nah.
it was Emmy winning. I think he was
Then when he
Emmy
gets
award
angry,
winning.
he sounds like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
he doesn't
disagree.
he doesn't even have that like deep voice. Like he has a
Well-
high voice. So when
well-
he gets excited, it gets higher. You know, so like at one point when he screamed at the Italians to get out after the Italian dude lied about his son being killed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's not convincing to me. You understand what I'm saying, Clark?
Well, let me ask the audience.
Clark, if you're gonna
the-
clear your throat, try not to do it into the microphone. You're doing it in everybody's ears.
well, I
Thank you,
just think
sir.
why did you call attention to it?
Yeah, because it just sound you're blasting. It
Because
just
you're a
blasts
jerk.
My ears.
Because you're a jerk,
I got
and that's
you,
what you do.
I got you.
Chris Rock. What did you guys? Whoever watched the show yesterday, what did you all think of yesterday's show, Fargo? And what did you think of Chris Rock's performance in Fargo yesterday? I thought he had an amazing performance.
Right. I like to say though, what an improvement from season 3. Right? Season 3
Oh,
was
yeah.
just a weird,
Well,
weird
season
story.
3.
It's classic Cohen. Cinematography as far as production.
Well, Keenan
value,
Kong
you know what I'm
85
saying?
said that he can't take Chris Rock serious as an actor.
Yeah, that's
but,
what I'm saying.
Well,
It's hard
I would
to take
ask
Chris Rock serious.
I would ask Keenan Kong 85, have you watched Fargo this current season with Chris Rock? And if the answer is no, then I would highly recommend you watch it.
Like,
And
there
you
was-
may be changed.
There was one scene when he comes into the house and his wife starts questioning him, right? And I guess his mother-in-law's sitting on the couch, and the wife is just complaining about this, and the mother-in-law is like, mm-hmm, and then mm-hmm, and mm-hmm, right? But then when Chris Rock gets mad, he's like, how the fuck do you think we're gonna pay the bills by here? Praying? It's like almost a comedy skit. Like I be laughing my ass off when Chris Rock is talking because I can't take him seriously. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
then when
I
he
disagree.
And then when he tells his wife to shut the fuck up and go make me a cup of coffee, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not scared. I'm not
Right.
nervous. I'm not like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was her, I'd go get that cup of coffee. It's hard to take Chris Rock serious. Like I
Okay,
don't
well.
even know why the Coen brothers even got Chris Rock. I got nothing against Chris Rock, but this is a gangster story.
Well, he's a
You know what I'm
he's a
saying?
great actor, and I believe that he has an opportunity to shine, and he's rising to the occasion. So I would say to the audience, if you haven't seen it, watch this season of Fargo, and I think you'll be surprised at the performance that Chris Rock is killing it. He really is killing it,
You
and
know, you know who's amusing to me? The cop who's on the take that has to knock 5 times before coming in the room and
Absolutely.
tap 5 times. Yo, that is the funniest. He goes to the bathroom and he closes and opens his
Thank you,
zippers 5
Donne.
times.
Donne agrees. He concurs. He is getting better. I thank you for that. That at least giving some positive, opinion on it with regards to his performance.
Yeah.
Blue Label Multimedia salute. Welcome
not Blue
welcome to the room. Donne, I agree. The writing is good. But a really, really good show, I think.
I think what's
and
interesting about the whole show is the Coen brothers' take on the fact that Native Americans, and I don't mean Indians, I mean the ones that took the land from the Indians, look at Irish, Italian, Jews, blacks, and Mexicans the same. Because it was interesting in the first episode when the father needed a hospital and the Italians went to that hospital, they wouldn't take them in because they were Italians. And that's how shit was. So
Jesus
love
Sandals
how,
doesn't like Fargo.
The
He
Coen
feels
brothers
himself.
pointed that shit out.
Yeah, welcome to the room, Mr. Jesus of the Sandals. Fargo
It's
sucks.
on Jesus Sandals, not Jesus of the Sandals, sir.
Okay, well, thank you for correcting me.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You appreciate that.
Do you want a cookie?
No.
Okay. Can we move on? Do
Yeah.
I have your permission to move on? All right. So, good show. If you haven't seen it already, I recommend it highly. Rich, now that I figured out that topic, can you move on to the next topic?
Which is?
Do you remember the next topic?
Nope.
Well, what a producer you are. You can't even remember what topic we're going to talk about next.
Absolutely not. What would you
All
like
right.
to talk about?
Well, let's talk about the fact that
Can
we
talk
also
about
had.
can we talk about just how I had to watch all of The Mandalorian again, and just to watch the 9th episode. How crack? I'm sorry, but Mandalorian has to be one of the greatest shows ever. Jon Favreau is a genius. Not only
He
did
really
kick,
is.
Not only did he kick off the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man, yes, that was Jon Favreau, ladies and gentlemen. He leaves Marvel. Well, he doesn't leave Marvel like he leaves Marvel, comes to Disney, but it's still the same thing, right?
Right.
And now
I agree.
he touches Star Wars, and and just introduces a show. Thank you, Clark. Introduces a show that just blows everything out the water. I mean, I'm just like, yo.
I mean, it really is a great show.
The value of Mandalorian is insane.
It is a great show. Let me just, I have a message to the audience. I apologize. Rich does go all over the place. I know you have some concerns with him.
Well, you
staying
didn't
on
know
track.
you didn't know what the next topic was.
Wasn't that I knew what I was going to say? Well, I did know the topic. I was going to talk about
you had no
the
idea
director.
What the next topic
well,
was.
I was going to talk about the director of The Chi, who passed away. Do you remember his name?
Let me put his banner up. Do you remember the name? Is what's most important, sir.
I do.
Okay, his name is David Rodriguez. I'm putting up the banner up really quick, Clark. So just slow your roll, so the audience can see it because they can't hear you, which is something that I like. They can only hear me at this moment, which is something that I like. But yeah, so go ahead. I don't really watch this show, Clark. I know you're a big advocate of this show. You always have been. We are back on the air, Clarky. Clark? Oh, Clark is frozen. I said, why does he have that dumb look on his face? Keenan Kong said, The Boys is 10 times better than The Mandalorian. Nah. Nope. Hold on one second. Rich, tell Clark not to forget about his camera. Yeah, I know. Look at him. Look at him with this happy-go-lucky face stuck on him. Hello, Clark. Jesus Christ. What this is what I got to deal with. This is what I got to deal with. Clark does look crazy, right? Like, what are you looking at, buddy? Thank you, 02320005. Rich, tell Clark not to forget about his camera. Clark, Mr. J is giving you crickets, sir. Where? Clark, where are you, buddy? I thought you were making fun of me. All right, we'll be waiting on Clark. Jesus Christ. I swear to God, Clark took an hour trying to get the lighting right and everything in the background. Where are you, buddy, Clark? Where are you? Come on. Text me, buddy. He's going to blame it on power. He's going to blame it on the power surge. I thought he was making fun of me. Who know? I fuck with my peoples that know where that little line is from. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. You black son of a bitch deny my boy his education. Clark, come on, buddy. Clark, if you're listening, man, this is very embarrassing, sir. Very embarrassing. Clark, where are you, buddy?
Hear me.
There we go. We can hear you, Clark. But now,
okay. Well, can you at least take blame for this? Because this was not my
fault. No, sir.
Fault.
No, that's your fault, sir. Well, I am live the whole time. Look at everybody. Look at the blanket that Clark needs for his back.
Will you please put the freaking screenshot on, you moron?
What screenshot?
Just so that I can get together with this situation here.
Okay, hold on one second.
Jeez.
Okay, I shut you off. They can't see you, Clark. Go ahead.
All right, I'm just trying to get it fixed up. Jerk.
No, Clark is not sitting on aluminum foil. That's his back blanket. It supports his back.
You're such an asshole. You know.
Yeah,
that?
you're a real Superman, Clark.
Oh God. Yeah, this is why.
Clark, man, I'm telling you, man, this is very, very embarrassing on your part. Get your shit together. Is that not what you said this morning, Clark? You are boring them with this bullshit, buddy.
All right.
Yeah, Clark has a blankie just like a sleepy man.
All right, put me on, Rich. Put me on.
Put you on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, Clark, I want you to catch your breath.
Am I on yet?
Yeah, you're on yet. You are on yet. Yes, you are, sir.
All right. I apologize, everyone,
What happened there, buddy?
Well, I think what happened is that
032-005 had to send in a donation to let you know that your camera froze, buddy.
Well, I apologize to the listeners. I know you guys were all waiting for me anxiously. I apologize for the technical difficulties with the camera and the obvious.
I wish I did, Keenan.
The obvious production issues that were created by Rich. It was not my fault. It was Rich's fault.
Hell no, we was live the whole time, buddy.
Whatever. Okay, let's move on, Rich. Let's move on, shall we?
So are we talking about the Shy now? The
No.
producer?
Oh, well, he passed away. Now let's move on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. But you understand what I'm saying, right? What's so funny? Can we move on? Can we please move on? Rich, can we move on? Jeez. Can we move on, Rich? Can we please move on?
No words for the director, the producer of The Shy.
What is your problem, dude? Let's move on.
Oh God!
We said that he passed away, and we were our condolences goes out to his family.
You were all about this show, bro. Remember?
Well, let's move on now,
Remember
okay?
the first news that you did?
Yeah, I broke the news on Jason Mitchell,
That's
right?
Those 3,000-4,000.
My sources
right there,
in Hollywood confirmed that he was going to be booted from the show, and I brought the news to you. At first, you didn't want to go with it because I didn't give you my sources, but once we went through it, it obviously proved fruitful. So, can we move on now? Can we please move on? Can we please?
Where do you want to go? Move on.
Well, let's go to the next topic, shall we? So I apologize for my inadequate, inept producer who clearly doesn't have his shiz together. I apologize for that. I like to be professional,
hold on.
And obviously we're not.
Oh, God. Keenan Kong said Clark looks like one of the Samoans from Couples Retreat.
All right, can we move on, please?
Samoans. I do the Humpty Hump. Come on and do the Humpty Hump.
All right, let's move on, Rich. All right.
Okay,
and
stop.
listen, I love my Samoan brothers and
if you
sisters.
keep saying moving on, I'm going to drop to the floor.
All right, whatever. Why? Because what I said about the actor.
No, you just keep saying moving on. We moving on.
All right, so wrap it up, Rich. Wrap it up.
Wrap
it up.
What up?
Listen,
what
the audience is tiring with your shit.
Oh my goodness.
Tiring with your shit.
Oh.
Let's move on.
All right.
Can we move on? Rich, do I have your permission to move on?
Yes, good. What would you like to talk about next, buddy?
Let's segue a little bit. We've got a big event tomorrow. It's something called the United States, election. And so, Rich, you have any plans? Are you gonna have are we gonna do an election special tomorrow? Are we gonna go live? I'm thinking we should. What do you think?
I told you I will commit if you want to go live.
I think we should. I really do think we should. I think we should go live. I think we definitely report the news on what could be, go down in history. I think as the most voted election.
I'm hearing cities. People are boarding up their businesses. Police have warned businesses and communities about possible violence due to the outcome of this election, or maybe what some people say the length of time we're going to have to wait to find out who the real winner is, or who the winner is, I guess. But you got communities boarding up businesses thinking that there's going to be violence in the streets, Clark. You think so?
Well, I think that there's a potential for violence. Of course, I do not condone violence in any way, shape, or form as it pertains to peaceful protesting or peaceful, demonstration of our rights. I completely agree with. I do hope that the nation becomes less divided. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? And it's going to be an
do
interesting.
you think there's going to be violence in the streets, though?
I think that there could be a potential for pockets of violence depending upon where in the United States. Certainly. What about you? What do the listeners think? I mean, I think the listeners are stating a couple of different things here. HB2N was asking about the Superman figure in the back. That's actually Marlon Brando as Jor-El, and that was his Kryptonian outfit from Superman the movie.
That's
So
right.
that one right up there. He thought it was a hospital garb, but actually that's his Kryptonian
funny.
outfit. Yep.
That's super
So-
nurse.
But I will say that's a good one. But hey, you definitely really good eyes there, buddy. Definitely see that. So, Rich, you're coughing. Can you tell the team why you're coughing?
No.
Okay,
got me,
let's
you
move
got
on.
me.
All right. Well, you're the one that told me. I mean, come on now. So, let's talk about a few other things.
You're going to stop saying move on, okay?
Okay. All right.
Please, because
All right.
that just triggers instant laughter for me. I don't know why. It could be the medicinal
Hey, everybody!
stuff.
This is supposed to be a professional
I'm sorry.
podcaster
I know.
editor,
But
and yet he cannot. When I say let's move on here, for some reason it triggers him. Let's just move on. Look at him. This guy has the giggles, man. Let's move on, Rich, shall we? I mean, let's just move on.
all right. So,
All right. So
Mr. Jago's part of 6th Avenue are closed off. And businesses boarded up already. Miss Teeter or M. Steeter or Miss Teeter 13 says, Clark, when are you going to get a proper microphone?
Well, I think, obviously we just started doing this. Rich has been doing it for quite some time. I am working on, getting set up and get a proper mic. I think I sound pretty decent considering that it's just putting together,
Well, the
different
audience
things
has
that I
the
have.
final word on who sounds decent and who
Well, and
doesn't, so-
listen, let me just say one thing. Unlike
you.
you, Rich, I
Thank you.
appreciate the audience.
Right.
No matter if they say good or bad, I appreciate them.
Yeah.
Mr. Steeder 13, I do appreciate the feedback.
Yeah.
And we got you. You know what I mean? And Mac J, I gotta give you props. I think you have. I don't even think it's you, Mac J. I think it might be Rich's clone. Oh goodness. Anyway, I appreciate it, Mr. John H. Microphone that I'm using sounds great, crystal clear. Thank you. Appreciate
Center
it.
position said R.I.P. Fat Pat. Really? No way.
So yeah. So anyway, so Rich, a couple of things we've got to talk about. I think we covered quite a few ground. We talked about the election. Obviously, that's going to be an interesting one. I think we should go live. I think it's one of the most important elections of our time, and
Okay.
so I do think that it warrants us to go live tomorrow. The question is, what time do we go? Obviously the polls don't close until very late. Some polling could go on for a while, so maybe we go in and we do segments where we check in early and then check in late. I mean, I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm for it.
I don't know about checking in early and checking in late. I'm down to check in once. But I don't know about that early late shit. Sometimes I'm just in my own world. But I do agree with you. I think that we should go live tomorrow and see whatever time we go on, whatever numbers that are out there. People are chiming in from different parts of the country. They could tell us directly exactly what's going on in their state if they got some numbers.
Right.
I know each state has different rules as far as mail-in ballots and postmarked ballots and all that shit. I think they're going to use that shit to prolong a decision. Politics.
Pardon me.
Yeah, you need to stop doing that into the microphone, sir. Because
I said I wasn't doing it on purpose.
I know that, but when you do it into the microphone, you're doing it
All right,
into
well,
the
let's not draw
audience's
any
ear.
attention. Let's not draw
Well,
attention
you're
to
drawing
it.
attention to yourself.
Well, I said pardon me. Can we move along?
But you're saying pardon me.
Rich,
after
do
the
I
fact.
have your permission to move along? I got you, motherfucker. I got you.
That's funny.
I got you. All right, so
Only thing Rich could have checked is Walgreens to see if they have Krispy Kremes. He goddamn right.
hey, did you know? Here's a fun fact.
Stop
Rich.
hating.
Here's a fun fact to the listeners and Rich. The first Krispy Kreme came. It was in the state of Florida. I bet you
How
didn't
would
know
you
that.
know that?
Well, I just know a lot of facts.
I know you.
Are you telling me this, or are you trying to shame me for some reason?
No, not at all. I'm just saying how you know
Oh,
this.
okay. Well, then keep moving. Then let's move right
Well,
along,
it
shall
looks
we?
like you do know that.
Well, perhaps I do. Can we move along now, Rich?
Yes, we
Do I have
can,
your
buddy.
permission to move right along?
Do you have my permission?
Do I have your permission? Okay.
To move
So
along?
salute to the 22 listeners that are on. We appreciate you. Obviously, we're going to continue to build, this project that we have here. We're going to keep getting better and better, but we're going to do so with your support as well as your feedback. And unlike Rich, I actually take positive, constructive feedback. Rich does not, because he thinks he knows it all. Rich
right.
thinks he's Mr. Perfect.
Can you imagine if the streets just break out in violence because Trump says he wins and Biden says, no, you didn't win? Or Biden wins and Trump says, nah, we don't believe you.
Well, I think what can happen. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very, it's going to be very chaotic. I will say that much. If that happens, Rich, I think that it'll be extremely chaotic, and I think that there'll be a lot of concerned citizens of the United States. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out tomorrow. I, for one, am hoping that 0232005. I agree.
Thank you, Zero.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Appreciate
I
that.
think
Rich,
so.
the president.
Yep. And he also said Clark for the king of the world. Thank you.
Hold on.
I appreciate
I think it
that.
said that, Clark. You're still boring, but it's all
Well,
right.
I don't really care what he says, because he revealed himself, he or she, and I still think you're paying them to be a troll. And that's that. But that's okay. But that's the thing.
Thank you,
It's
Anita.
okay. It's okay. All right. And so let's
Clark,
move on.
No, Clark, we have to spend some time with the audience. We have to get to know them get to know us. Clark, are you the king of excuses?
I am not the king of excuses.
All right.
I am open to productive conversation. I'm open to feedback, but I will not allow you to put plants in the show audience as listeners to irritate me. And that's what you do. You know it. I know it. The listeners know it. Thank you, Pink 5 Sugar. Appreciate that. She loves the duo, and we appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Thank you for your donation. Did I say it right, Rich?
I call her Anita, but Anita, thank you very much for your donation. Anita said that she absolutely loves us together, Clark.
Yep, she loves the duo. She obviously knows who the star is of the show and who the co-star is. And you know what? I definitely appreciate that she recognizes that I'm the star.
Okay, Clark. Okay,
Yep.
Very good. So what else, Clark? What else are we talking about this evening, Mr. I got 100 sources, but nothing to talk about.
Well,
Blah,
let me
blah,
just say,
blah,
Rich,
blah, blah.
you're my producer. Well, you're my producer, and you're not producing. Okay, so let's get your stuff together and go in your little book.
Vic Vega says, hi there.
How you doing, sir? So let's move on now. Miss Playful, thank you so much for your donation. Miss Playful says, I've always thought of you both having great chemistry together. I remember when you both tried to 3 to 4 years ago. Glad to see that both are finally doing what we do. Thank you so much, Miss Playful, for your donation and your kind words. I appreciate it. and I know Rich does too. He feels very fondly of you, so that's one thing I can speak truth on when it comes to Rich. The rest, he's full of.
Okay.
Anyway, moving right along.
Thank
Pardon
you
the
very much.
expression.
Thank
Pardon
you
the
very
expression.
much.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you, Sylvia.
Rich. You're welcome.
Clark,
You're welcome, Rich.
You're,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You sound like you're underwater, sir.
I do not sound like I'm underwater. Stop saying that.
You keep coming in and out, sir.
Well, I think it's because of your producing skills.
Okay, Clark, we're gonna let you just sound bad. No problem.
I mean, do I still sound bad?
No, you sound great, Clark. Continue.
Rich. Don't do that, Rich. Don't. Nobody likes a jerk. Okay, let's not do that. Let's be mature adults here. So real quick, is Kilo Kase online right now? Cliff Bravo, are you in the building? I know you talked about the Batman animated film, The Killing Joker or Killing Joke. If you're there, I'd like to talk to you with it.
He wasn't. What are you talking about, Killing Joke?
Well, the show that he was talking about.
I have no idea. That's not what Cliff Bravo was talking about today.
Okay. Big 215, like an old married couple. Okay. I would like to consider us more like an old friend.
Hey,
two old friends.
When Clark is talking, do you hear any static when Clark is talking? I just want the audience to let me know that because I want to know if we could fix it. Miss Batman, thank you so much for your donation. Great job, guys. Hold on. Let me throw her business up here for a second.
Absolutely.
Clark, if you could calm your breathing down a little bit, it's making me nervous. Thank you. Okay, no static. Okay, no, Clark, then you sound fine. I think there's something wrong with my earphones coming from the computer. I may need the gold, those gold adapters, you know what I mean? Something that maybe will clean up the static from the computer. No, don't worry about it. Nobody can hear you right now. First, we just want to promote Vega Rose Body Goods, handcrafted sugar scrubs, bath soaps, lip balms, bath bombs, and more. Here's what I'm. Okay, just hold on 1 second, Clark. Sweet Jesus. 02320005. You're right. There is a lot of bullshit when Clark talks. Again, Vega Rose Body Goods, handcrafted sugar scrubs, bath soaps, lip balms, bath bombs, and more. Remember that the post office is going to increase our delivery fees. So you may want to start getting your stuff early, no matter what it is that you buy. But if you're going to order some stuff from Vega Rose Body Goods, do it early. So this way you don't got to get caught up in that Christmas, all that mess, and they're raising shipping prices for the holidays. So you may want to do your shopping early. Let me bring Clark back into the program so you guys can hear him. Hold on, boom. Here we go. Boom, Clark, you're back in.
All right, this is Clark back on the check-in. Yeah, so definitely appreciate the shout out to our brother Vic Vega and the business that he and his family are producing quality product. And I think I might have to do an order for the holidays myself. Right. I love promoting small businesses. Yeah. They're an essential, they play an essential role. And I keep saying I'm
going to do it. So I got to get on the ball. And I'm just going to do it. You know, I always supported Jamaria when she had her stuff. Jamaria is doing other things. If she still has her stuff, we'll put that banner back up of Chameleonic Creations. So I always support my peoples. And also, I was going to start with the merchandise with Vic Vega. Vic Vega is going to make all the designs for Ruckus Radio, the Gang, Disgracia, the Mob Stories, and everything. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to wait till after the holidays. Here's why. I don't want to put it out there, then people have to pay higher shipping demands, and because of COVID, you didn't get your shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till after the holidays when all the demand slows down and everything goes back to normal, and then we're going to put merchandise. So this way, it's not extra shipping and this and that. I don't want I don't want people to have to pay too much for stuff. That's
completely.
Not what it's about.
Completely understand. Mill Lane, thank you so much for your donation. At night, salute. with a lovely emoji with a gentleman with glasses on. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
that means he's saying it's cool, Clark. I mean, seriously, bro?
Well, you know what? This is neither here nor there, dude. I
You
say
think the
it tomato.
people in the
You say
audience-
tomato.
But you think
I
the
mean,
people in the audience can't see the emoji? You gotta read out the emoji, bro.
I felt like reading it. Is that a problem?
It's a weird thing to do.
Well, you're
It's a weird
and a
thing to
jerk.
do.
You're a jerk. All right. Can we move on now?
Go ahead,
Are you prepared to move on?
Mills.
Can we
Lane,
move
salute
right
to you,
along?
sir?
Can we move right along, Rich?
Salute to you, Mills.
Okay. Cedar says we keep continuing to cut in and out.
No, who's cutting in and out? Tell me who's cutting in and out. The both of us? One of us? This is what we need to know. And if it's not a majority thing, that means it may be on your end. If it's only one person. Clark is cutting
Okay.
in and out. Okay, but that's just one person.
Okay. Well, I would like to know
The one with
from-
the CVS mic.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's you, Clark.
Yeah, center position. That's hilarious. Well, I would like to know if anybody else in the audience.
Mac J, finally, after 8 years, agrees with me. He goes, your mic is going in and out. See, I knew it wasn't me, baby. I'm
All right,
digitally
well-
connected here. I'm
All
like
right,
the
well, let's
Bobby
see.
Digital of Jackson Heights. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like Crazy Eddie with the electronics.
Can you hear me now?
Jesus.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Now we hear an echo. Do I sound clear? No, you sound you sound like you're on Krypton. You sound like you're on Krypton. I can't even hear you.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Do I sound better?
Yeah, you sound better.
All right. Well, there we go. All right. I want to make sure that I sound clear to the audience.
Oh, Cali Nuts goes, maybe it was because of the donation. It could be.
Right.
It could be because the
you're absolutely
donation
correct.
used to throw us off.
Right. That is true.
Cali Nuts, you get a motherfucking wrench for that, sir.
Yeah. Give him a wrench right now. Rich.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for
Kelly Nuts, I'm going to go ahead and prove Rich to give you a wrench. Go ahead, Rich. Give him a wrench.
Too late. I already gave it to him before your approval.
All right. Well, I'm glad that
Didn't
you
need your approval.
took. Well,
Didn't
I'm
need
glad
your
you
approval.
took my. I'm glad you took
Clark,
my message.
have you
and
voted
gave-
already, sir?
Have I voted yet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm voting tomorrow.
You waiting to the last day like Mel Kwan. I'm willing to bet $10 that Mel Kwan doesn't go vote tomorrow.
Well,
I don't think he's going to do it. Because if he does, I want a picture from him going to the voting booth. And not just a picture. I need him to take a picture like
Cali
a movie.
Nuts, you have truly moved on up. Yes, you have.
Cali Nuts gets a wrench for throwing in that hypothesis on the problem. I still think it's Clark's Fisher Price, My First Podcast setup. But
No,
we'll see.
it's actually
We'll
not.
see.
And
We'll
I have
see,
a nice
Clark.
background.
We'll
I have
see.
a nice.
We'll see, Fisher Price.
Okay.
King.
Well, whatever.
We'll see.
Can we move on? Can we move on? Rich, do I have your permission to move right along?
Please.
Rich, do I have your permission to move right along?
I still hear a little static when Clark talks, but I don't know. It
I
could be the
don't
headphones.
hear static at all. Do you still hear
Wow, that's
static?
2 for 2. 2 for 2. Mac J's agreeing with me. He goes, Melquan ain't going to vote, man.
Well,
I
listen,
believe this. I believe this.
we talked about this ad nauseum during the morning show. I know you guys did. But the thing is that, it's his right to either vote or not vote. Hopefully he will and have his voice heard. So we'll see how that goes.
Right.
So
Made
Rich,
Man, I see you, man. What's going on?
so Rich, a couple of things to unpeel.
Yeah, Made Man is very straightforward right now. He's saying, Clark, get your mic shit together, sir.
Okay. All
Like,
right. We'll
I
do
mean,
that.
I think it's on your end, sir.
All
But
right,
it's
very
okay.
good.
It's all right. I know we're starting this. You just gotta figure out. I could send you a link of the microphone I bought.
I appreciate that, and then just order it for me and send it to me. No problem. That
Yeah,
sounds
sure,
good.
Sure.
Yeah. So you heard it, everybody. Rich is going to send me a lovely mic,
right
so
after
that I can sound just like him.
Right after
Just
I
so I can
get up and
sound
vote.
just like him.
Right after I get up and vote tomorrow, sir. Okay?
All right. Well, anyway,
So
let's
don't
keep
hold your
moving.
breath.
By the way, Cali Nuts says he's going to keep his ranch.
I think Cali Nuts is a regular to the show. He knows that I am not only an Indian, but I'm an Indian giver. So I give the wrench, I take the wrench back. I don't know. I'm going to take.
I don't know if I like that statement. I think it's just
Well, I'm
sounds
Indian.
ugly.
I could say that.
Well, yeah, but the audience doesn't know that, and I think it sounds.
The audience does know this.
It doesn't sound nice.
I
It
said I
doesn't
was
sound
Indian
nice.
on my first podcast.
All right. Well, it's still not nice. Okay. So, Made Man 81, Dallas, Texas states, Clark, go to Guitar Center, get you a mic, my man, with a leveler board or program. All right. I'll have to take a look at that and see what we got.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Please take a look at that, Clark. You know
All
what
right,
I was
good.
thinking this morning, Clark?
What were you thinking, Rich? I know you have a hard time thinking.
Besides the fact of you coming in so abruptly and giving me work this morning, I'm kind of admired that about you. But I was thinking we had a plethora of great shows
Right.
coming in, like ending the summer, coming into fall.
Yes.
And I feel like when Fargo is over, what is there else? What's there to watch besides Mandalorian?
Well, first of all, we've got so many things going on.
Yeah.
For those of you that weren't here last year, we had a great show leading up to Christmas. It was the 12 Days of Ruckus. We had a blast. I think this year, Rich, with this show, we really need to incorporate portions of this show onto that.
This show could just be the 12 Nights of Ruckus.
Right.
If you're with
We
me. If you're
really
not with
need
me,
to do that.
Then it'll just be, 12
Yeah,
Nights of Ruckus anyway.
we had a great time. We had a lot of content. We had a lot of fun. During the holidays, a lot of people get depressed. A lot of people feel anxious, with COVID-19 and, just all the turmoil in the world. You guys need a good lift. And I think the Ruckus Radio team, as well as Clark on the check-in.
If you could say Team Ruckus instead of Ruckus Radio team. Team Ruckus sounds a little more intelligent.
Yeah, absolutely. Team with the Team Ruckus crew, and as well as Clark on the check-in, reporting live from Hollywood, Florida, and Rich with this new show. I think we're going to continue to grow. We have a lot to say, and we have loyal listeners that are listening right now, and continue to increase the amount of numbers that are on here right now, and definitely appreciate that.
I wouldn't worry about numbers. I would just worry about content and stuff to talk about. The numbers,
right. Well, absolutely. But I do want to, speaking of which, Rich, there is something I do want to talk about. Yeah. So I want to talk about.
Okay, just really quick before you start.
Pay attention, everybody. He continues to interrupt me. He continues to interrupt me. He continues to interrupt me.
I just want to address Vic Vega. He said something about the Doctor Strange multiverse. I know that Benedict Cumberbatch has just arrived.
Did you say Cumberbatch?
I did say Cumberbatch. Whenever you're done, you sound. I'm telling you, you're gonna creep people out. You sound creepy.
Okay, go ahead. All right, well, good.
Benedict Cumberbatch has arrived to Australia to begin filming on the Doctor Strange movie. So I hope that's all I know. WandaVision, I don't know when it's gonna come out. That's my question. After The Mandalorian, what is there to watch? We had Raised by the Wolves. We had Lovecraft Country. We had
which, by the way, Lovecraft Country was a great show. If you haven't already,
let's please.
I was just saying, if you haven't already, you should watch it.
Please.
I wasn't repeating myself. I was saying a statement. If you haven't already, for the viewers that did not hear the statement, can I finish? Rich, do I have your permission to speak? I'm just asking for one moment. Just one moment. Can't you just shut up?
I told you. Anita says I'm gonna have nightmares. Laugh. I know you, Clark. I'm trying to save you here, buddy.
No, you're not trying to save anything. You're trying to irritate me.
Voices.
Well, you're trying to irritate me. I was merely laughing. I want to move on. Can we move on?
A little maniacal there, buddy.
Rich, can we move? Do I have your permission to move right along?
A little maniacal.
Rich, do I have your permission to move right along?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, what were we talking about?
I forgot. Fucking asshole. Sorry,
Exactly.
excuse my language.
I mean, you
Oh,
just,
jeez. I
get your
apologize.
shit together, bro. We were talking about TV shows. What is the future TV shows coming out? I need where's Better Call Saul season 6? I have no word on this shit.
Well, the final season of Better Call Saul is coming soon. It's just right now with COVID-19, all production has ceased. A lot of productions that started up have had delays as well as, stops and starts. So I don't foresee any shows coming. There's going to be a backlog. Once we get out of this COVID-19 pandemic, there'll be probably about a 2 to potentially 3 to 4 year backlog of product that will have to be released. That's why a lot of shows that were previously approved for a new season have been canceled.
I think they need to shut the movie theaters down. It's over. Start streaming these movies. Let's go. I want to see the Black Widow movie. I want to see the Bond movie. I haven't seen Tenet yet, though. I'm waiting for Tenet to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I think that that one here, because of the lack of audience, going to the theaters and the theaters not being open, it suffered at the box office because of it. But let me ask you: have you seen the Borat?
I've seen half of it.
I saw the whole show.
Okay,
and I gotta tell you, I thought it was obviously it's crude, it's crass, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But there is a great social commentary. If you can go through all the noise, it's a great social commentary on life, and discrimination and racism and bias and just a really, really good human story. If that makes sense to the people that have actually seen this.
I'm waiting for that too.
Has seen it.
I think Borat is a genius. This guy is funny. Funny story about Borat. When him and his brother were young.
You mean Sacha Cohen?
Sacha Baron Cohen. Okay?
Cohen, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna just call him Borat. Okay. Him and his brother.
But that's the character he portrays. So I don't want to confuse the audience. Rich is lazy, so therefore he doesn't want to use the correct term. He's going to use the fictional character of Borat to explain the actor growing up as a child. So just so that the audience knows that Rich is not giving out correct information.
The audience intelligence. I think that's what you're doing right now. I think you're trying to overtalk me as well, but it's all right. It's all right.
Well, I mean, two could play at that game, buddy.
You sound nervous.
Well, go ahead. You may talk.
You sound nervous.
You may talk.
Now, when Sacha Baron Cohen was a little kid with his brother, they used to go to all these Jewish senior citizen homes and put on these plays, and they used to be known as the Schwitz brothers. And they used to put on plays, like, for example, they would put on a play where both of them were two Hasidic Jews. And it got so hot one day that they had to shave all their hair off and take their clothes off, and then they became Christian. And they went to these places wherever they went. And he goes, even as a kid, he goes, people were just like completely like shocked. They couldn't believe the plays they were doing. So this is him as a kid. So I think he's phenomenal. I think there's nothing to learn about life from the, Sasha stories except Clark.
Huh? What?
Jesus Christ.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Go put your machine on. Jesus.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You sound like an animal.
Go ahead, go. Continue.
I know what you're doing. You were snoring.
I know you know what I was doing.
You were
I know
snoring.
you know what I was.
You were snoring.
Because you had to talk about me wrapping it up, bro. You took us down the freaking. You took us through meadows.
I just thought that was a funny story about Sacha Baron Cohen.
Well, I don't think anybody else thought it was funny. It was actually humorless. It was actually humorless. What you just said was humorless, and you bored the audience to death. You bored the audience to death. It was not humorous at all. It was actually beyond humor. You are the king of humor voiding humor.
And I think the fact
you are a humor killer.
And I think the fact
you are a humor killer.
And I think the fact that he's Jewish, making fun of other Jewish people, is absolutely hilarious.
Well,
every time he goes, the long-nosed people, and he always goes, it's the Jews. Like, he blames the Jews for coronavirus. So
I think
love that.
What he's doing is demonstrating the racism that occurs the anti-Semitism, excuse me, that occurs within the Jewish
Remember in the
community,
first movie
which is
when
a
they had
horrible, horrible
when
thing.
they had the running of the Jews? That was the best. What they had like a Hasidic Jew running like it was the running of the bulls, and they were all beating up this Hasidic Jew. I thought that was
So
the funniest
he's talking
shit,
about
man.
a movie, just for anyone that joined, and of course, obviously it was Sacha Baron, who was. Go ahead. I walked into.
Thank you.
I walked into. I got the name
Thank
wrong. I got the
you.
name wrong. I
Yeah.
did get the name wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say that what he does is he does that as a social commentary, and obviously everyone knows that he is Jew. He's Jewish,
he is
and so
Jew.
I mean,
He is
he is Jewish, and so but it also brings to light the anti-Semitism that the Jewish people deal with on a daily basis. So anyway, moving along, right? Are we allowed to move along, Rich?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you.
There you go,
All right, I appreciate it.
You're
And so, I mean, I think there'll be a lot of good things going on. I do. But so funny. I mean, you're hilarious, man. All right, so just a couple of things. We're getting close to the end of today's show, but before we get to, we're in that 10-minute marker of closing out the show. Do want to bring up that I feel very confident that Rich and I will be on tomorrow. Rich, do I have your commitment to come on for the audience tomorrow?
Sure, why not?
All right, because I think
It's been a while
we can.
since we were doing night shows.
And I also think that we need to ensure that the rest of the team. His team is on the ready, specifically Mac J, who so eloquently brought up the importance of voting, the importance of having a voice, the importance of believing in something rather than nothing. And so I salute you, Mac J, for your commentary earlier. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Mac J, I
Let me
salute
finish.
you for sneezing correctly.
Can I finish?
Mac J, I salute
Rich,
you
do
for
I
having
have
a
your
cell
permission to
phone.
Do I have your permission to speak?
Thank you,
Rich,
Zero.
do I have your permission to speak?
Sure do, buddy.
Thank you. Mac J, I salute you for your eloquent words.
It's too funny.
And, I think what you said had a thought.
Clark is
put
a
into it
living run-on
and meeting.
sentence.
Okay? And just because we have a vindictive jerk behind us here talking, it's okay, because you know what? The audience sees through that. They see through all the
through that,
noise,
Clark.
through all of the continuous annoyingness that he does.
Clark, let me ask you a question, because I know you have many sources in many places that talk to many people and many faces. Johnny Depp has been found as a woman abuser by the High Court of Britain. So I have one question for you. I have two questions, actually. One, is this going to affect his career moving forward in getting roles, or do you feel that Johnny Depp is already done? And
Well,
he should just hang it
Well,
up.
a
and
couple of things.
live
My
his
sources
life.
in Hollywood have indicated to me that two
Clark,
things.
I'm sorry, really quick. Mr. Zero wants to know, do you ever breathe, Clark? Great question, Zero. Go ahead. So that's three
right.
questions.
So Clark does breathe.
Thank you. Question answered. Back to Johnny Depp, sir.
So getting back to Johnny Depp, my sources in Hollywood are indicating to me that production will continue on two roles that he has two major roles in. One is the Harry Potter prequels, the fantasy of the
No, slow your roll. Breathe easy. Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beast. He will continue to work in Fantastic Beast.
Yes, right.
I was also advised that his ex-wife Amber Heard will continue her role in Aquaman. Now, I also heard
really?
there's a
Okay.
contingency plan that if things continue to spiral out of control, that both will be written out of the series with other actors coming in different roles, filling in the void. So I have been hearing that as well.
Well,
So I
he's
think Warner
already-
Brothers.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I believe Warner Brothers will continue on with the next movie to wrap up the series with him with Fantastic Beast as it pertains to Amber Heard, who is no innocent in this as well.
That's
They
right.
both were abusers. I mean, they both abuse each other, and
She's
so
very grimy. Recording him.
right. So Johnny
Ah,
Depp,
such a grimy
yeah,
me
Johnny
recording
Depp
people.
is,
Yeah, man.
I think what happens here with this judgment is that yes, they consider him an abuser, and abuse happens in many forms, whether it's verbal, physical, or otherwise. So in this instance, he lost all of Hollywood. Curious to see how this ends.
He's no longer part of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. You know that, right?
That is correct.
Who did they? They actually. They're going with Margot Robbie. Am I wrong or am I right about that?
I don't have any confirmation
Why do I think
with
that they're
regards to
going with
those.
Margot Robbie for the new
Well,
lead
there's no
actress?